everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Whitney, and today I'm coming on here talking to you guys. As you see in the title, today we're going to be talking about the 10 different things that women look for in men, the 10 different things that we find attractive in men. And if you don't have these qualities, I'm telling you, you are not it. And I'm being 1000% honest as a woman myself, as a lot of, I don't want to say I know a lot of women, that's weird, but just like basically in general, this is what we look for. Don't forget to give me a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you like this video. Here on my platform, we talk about a lot of things. No topic is too much. So here on my channel, I give advice. I talk about my experience with various lifestyle things. I tell you guys the various mistakes that I have made in my life so that you can potentially avoid making those same mistakes as well. So throughout my various research, with my various experiences with dating with men and what I look for in a man and being new to the single game, like I'm telling you, this is what we look for. So keep on watching. One thing I do want to mention is that I have the notes on my phone. So if you see me looking down, that's why. Number one, women want a boss, okay? When I say a boss, I'm not saying, oh, we want a CEO. I'm not talking about literal boss, like he has to be boss of Apple. Like I'm not talking about all of that, right? I'm saying he has to be an all-around boss. He has to be about his business. He has to be about his shit. He has to have the confidence of a boss. And let me tell you why. Because if a man is not confident, it does not make us confident in that person that we are going to be with. This pretty much goes for everything, right? This is what women look for in pretty much everything. If we're not confident that you are confident in us, it's not going to make us stay. If you're not confident in your business, how are we feeling secure in the process? We want a boss because not only is it mad attractive, it is very, very telling for the future. It tells us, how are you going to lead your children in the future? How are you going to lead people who look up to you in the future, right? It tells us a lot of things, because if you handle your business, we're not going to feel like you can't handle us. Number two, the appeal. Now this is a lot more than just the physical. Of course, everybody wants to be with someone that they're attracted to. But even if they're not even like, that sounds terrible, but even if some people say someone's not your cup of tea, right? There's a lot more than their physical appearance that appeals to women. So like number one, a lot of things for me that is attractive is if you handle your business. You're on time. You're not late all the time. You're a boss. You have confidence. Oh my gosh, confidence to me is so attractive. Another thing that's very attractive to me is if they're funny. Like if they're funny and they're really caring. I personally am not big on what you look like. You have to have the mindset and the heart. And a lot of things that women look for is if you got that brain, if you got that aptitude, homie. Like, and another thing, I'm not gonna sit here and cap, like, I know a lot of women look for, if he's tall, if he does this, has this amount of money in the bank. Like those things are definitely included into the appeal, but the main thing that we look for is like, what do you offer? What do you put on the table other than your physical attributes? Now that's key. Ask yourself, what do you bring to the table? Number three, a direction. Now when I say a direction, I mean that you are absolutely sure of where you're going in this relationship. You are absolutely sure where you're going for yourself in your career, right? And I don't want to say absolutely sure. I'm just saying, like, because that sounds so definitive and like they can't move at all. But what we're saying is like you're moving towards a direction. You know where you're going. Even if the direction is success, but you don't know what job specifically, you're making the moves to be successful. This also falls into the commitment category, okay? When we're in a relationship, if you don't know if you want to be with me or not, that's not attractive at all. Let me tell you, like, the fact that you are committed to me, the fact that you're committed to your job, the fact that you're committed to basically taking steps forward, that is attractive to women, because we know that we're not going to be lost trying to figure out where the hell you're going, right? Another thing that I want to mention, I understand that we say I don't know a lot, but it's only because we say I don't know to where we want to eat. Women, we don't ever know where we want to eat. But for men, they say I don't know to a lot of things, and a lot of things meaning most importantly to a lot of serious questions, a lot of very important questions. So let me give you an example, right? If you ask your man, hey, I'm trying to think of something heavy. Okay, we're going on vacation in 2 weeks, right? Oh, this is like, I have like PTSD to the constant I don't knows. It is so irritating. Let me tell you, it is so unattractive when a man constantly says I don't know, especially when it's very important, because it's just like, then what the hell? Like, why am I dealing with you if you don't know? You know what I'm saying? So like, say like an example is we're going on vacation and we need to order our plane tickets. I'm like, okay, when do you want to order our plane tickets? When do you think is a great time for you to order your plane tickets? I don't know. Okay, well, when do you get paid so that way we can order this plane tickets? I don't know. Do you get paid this Friday? Let me check. Like, things like that, it's very irritating, because it's like, at least you should know when you get paid so that way we can order these plane tickets, because we're already cutting it short for 2 weeks, right? Like, not being prepared in the future, like, even if you can't prepare yourself, 100%, not even like taking a step to trying to understand, is very irritating for women, and it's not attractive at all. It's not attractive that we have to constantly pick up where you left off, or we have to constantly move for you. Why don't you learn yourself? Why don't you take the steps yourself? The only reason why we say I don't know is because we don't know what food we want to eat in the moment, because we like everything. That's the only thing, and that's not affecting your life in any way possible. It is very attractive when a man knows what he wants and goes after what he wants, when he is not wasting your time, and when he's not trying to keep you on the back burner, like, we'll just wait here until I somewhat understand what I want to do, right? So women don't want to be caught up in a man's I don't know, because it's not secure for us. Being honest, a lot of people in general like security, and I don't knows do not provide security. So the reason why women love and feel attracted to men who have a direction is because it provides a lot of security. Now, number 4 kind of plays into number 3. Self-awareness, right? A man who can honestly drop his pride and be 1000% honest with you with anything that's going on is attractive, because not only does it show vulnerability, but it shows that you're taking action. It shows that you're, let's go back to number 3, moving in a direction. Even if it's not a direction that we personally want, or that we like, or that we want to go for, it's still a direction. It gives us answers. One thing that I want to say, like as a side note for women in general, we love having answers. Let me talk about me specifically. I love having answers because, one, like I said, it provides security, and it tells me what I can do next, as opposed to being left in the I don't knows. I don't like sitting in a cloud of black wondering when the hell you're gonna like make this shit clear. I'm gonna make it clear myself, and if you get left behind, then you get left behind. So a man who is very self-aware of how he feels, very self-aware of his situation, and moves towards that is very appealing. Number 5. Vulnerability. Now, this might be a little bit cliche. This might play into the whole stigma that like, oh, women are emotional, but that's not what I'm trying to say here. A man who can express himself, who can be vulnerable with you, is very attractive, because not only does it say, hey, we've crossed this border, we're moving, we're growing together, and we're becoming more I guess in tune with each other, or more comfortable with each other, and we've created a safe space. It's very attractive when a man lets down his walls and allows you to come in, because it makes us feel special. Maybe I should start saying me. It makes me No. It makes us feel special, really and truly. It will make anybody feel special, that to feel like you're the only one who was allowed into this certain specific box that only has a limited amount of members, and you get the what do we want to call it? You get the premier access to his feelings, to his heart. That's attractive. And I don't want to get too deep into emotional instability, or just men who are too emotional. I don't want to get too deep into that, because the fact that they're sharing their feelings is attractive. Like, I'm meaning like the very first time, say you meet them for the first, say you've been friends for a little bit, right? Because if someone just dumps all of their emotions on me on like the first day, that's kind of like a red sign. That's like, okay, relax, you know what I'm saying? And that's for everybody, not just men, and not just, well, I was about to say not just men, not just women, but you know what I mean, like everybody. If there's a lot of red signs that's out there, so I don't want to get too deep into that. What I'm trying to say is that being vulnerable is an act of sharing. It is basically allowing somebody into your safe space and telling them why you feel the way that you do, why you feel like they hurt you, why you feel like, you're really excited in this moment. It's a level of intimacy that cannot be reached by everyone when it is done. I don't want to say when it's done correctly, but when it is genuine. So that's a lot that is considered when women are looking for people to date, or just when women are looking to create bonds, because we want to reach that level of intimacy or vulnerability with other people. Now, I do want to make a disclaimer and say I should have done this in the beginning, but obviously this isn't about every single woman out there absolutely wants every single last one of these. But I'm just telling you as a general overview that this is a lot of the things that women look for when we're looking for, men, when we're looking for a mate, when we're looking for a companion. Because at the end of the day, I won't feel comfortable coming to you if I'm the only one that's vulnerable. I won't feel comfortable coming to you if you don't have your shit in order, or if you're not confident in yourself. Even if people have confidence issues, because I'm not sitting here being like, oh, we're absolutely perfect. Even if you have confidence issues, the fact that you're going forward in a direction trying to eliminate that or trying to do better is attractive. The fact that you are being vulnerable with me and telling me how you feel is attractive, because you are opening up. You're not so guarded. Number 6, having excitement and fun. We don't want to be bored in the relationship. We don't want to be bored when we're hanging out with you or anything like that. We want to have fun. One thing for me that I look for especially is if they have a sense of humor. My sense of humor, I don't really know. I think I laugh at everything, but I'm also very mean. I can take some things, of course. There's some things that I can't take and some things that I can take, but I like making funny jokes. I like making not below the belt jokes, but reasonable jokes. That's why you gotta, I don't know what to say. That's why you got a big forehead or something like that. Making fun of somebody is how I kind of show that I'm interested to you or something like that. Or not even interested in you. It just shows that, we have a bond. It also is an element of showing that, we reach this place to where I can do this with you. And so if I can do that with someone, if I can be sarcastic, if I can make funny jokes and they not get offended, that's what I look for, because it's fun. It's not boring. I'm not feeling like, oh, you're my parent and I have to be absolutely strict and I have to contain myself. Nobody likes to be contained. So this is meaning, you don't have to always do events all the time. You can do something like being at home and just hanging out with each other. Being with somebody where you can literally be in the same room and not have to say anything, and it's cool. That sort of bond, that sort of excitement, that fun is something women look for in their partner. Me personally, I love being in an environment where I can just do my own thing and they're in the same room with me. To me, that's quality time. Sometimes I'm like, I guess, but anyways, I may be clingy in some areas where it's like, okay, I want to do my own thing, but I want you to cuddle me while I'm doing my own thing. Even that doesn't absolutely have to happen, but it's still fun to me because we're doing something in a sense together. Number 7, great conversation and a lot of critical thinking. The reason why this is important is because we like to delve into the deeper parts of who you are. We like to learn more of who you are. We like to learn what makes you tick. What do you like? What certain topics do you like? Do you like politics? Do you want to talk about those politics? Or even just overall various topics that get deep. For example, like your childhood, or not even your childhood. Let's talk about things that why you move the way you move today, which could go into your childhood, which could go into your past. The whole purpose of having these conversations is to learn about this person more. And if we are pushed back or guarded or shut out of this person's part, it's not attractive at all, because when we grow, how are we not going to grow in every single area? That's something to really keep in mind. Number 8, humility. A man who is overly confident in himself is not attractive. A man who thinks he's better than other people is not attractive. A man who has his own head stuck up his ass is not attractive. We like a man who sees his faults, sees where he falls short, and work towards making it better. We don't like a man who sit there like, oh, I'm better than all these people, I'm up here and they're right here, they can't see me. A man like that is so unattractive. It's like, relax, bro, you're not God. Okay, so calm the fuck down, because I can tell you a lot of things that's wrong with you, but I'm not about to do that. There's just the element of being humble and understanding that you can always improve is very attractive to women, because again, it shows that there is growth. It shows that you are moving towards a direction, and it shows stability and security. Number 9. Now this, I have to admit, is my favorite one. A man who is not afraid to defend you or himself is so attractive. Let me tell you a little something. I dated men who weren't very, like, I don't want to say confrontational, but they weren't very they were soft. Let me just call it what it is. They were soft. And it was when I started dating a man that was so confident in himself, I was so attracted, because I was like, not confident, but they defended me, they defended themselves. I was like, even like against me, I was like, all right, fine, I'll shut up, like, okay. Like, it just, it's just like, I don't have to protect you. Like, I personally like feeling protected. I like feeling like even if something goes down, I know that we're good. Again, security. Let me give you an example of a soft guy that I dated. There was this one time where we were just chilling in my room and I heard something in the corner. And this was during a time that we knew we had a mouse in the house, but we couldn't find it for nothing. So I heard something rustling in the corner and we both freaked out, right? And so I'm standing by the TV, and when we're hearing the something in the corner, well, I'm looking to see like what it is or whatever, and he was pushing me, but he was pushing me like kind of like out the way. And after we figured out it was nothing, and I asked him, and I was like, were you trying to get behind me or were you trying to push me out the way? And he was like, I was trying to get behind you. I thought that was the most unattractive thing in the world. Like, in that moment I was like, yo, this guy is sorry, but this guy is not a man. Like, he is soft. He is not doing anything. He is not, like, I'm not saying that the only way to define a man is that he has to be a fighter, but at least don't be afraid of a mouse. You feel me? Like that, like, even me who was afraid of the mouse, I still went to see if I could catch it. I still went to see if it actually was a mouse. But the fact that you were trying to get behind me as opposed to you protecting me, get out of here with that. Like, that's so stupid. So one thing that women find in men is the fact that they can protect them, the fact that they will be there for them whenever they need that, right? Say a girl is fighting, say your girl or this woman is fighting another girl, he will get in there and not fight, but like try to pull them apart. The fact that you don't leave them stranded and you don't leave them alone is so attractive. Lastly, women find this so attractive: intention. We love to see the intentions behind your actions, behind your love, behind your way that you move. The fact that you intentionally bought me flowers because you knew I was having a bad day. The fact that you intentionally rubbed my feet because you knew I was having a rough day. The fact that you're showing me how you feel, showing me what you want in the future for yourself, showing me what you want in the future for us, showing me, I can go on for forever, showing me different acts of love, different acts of service. You're being intentional with your actions. Why? Because it proves to us that you're not a fuckboy. It proves to us that you're not just doing this just to get whatever you want. It proves to us that you're actually in this for the real thing. All of these tips that I'm telling you leads to this ultimate thing, this ultimate umbrella effect, that it tells us women that you're in it for the long haul. You're in it for the real deal and you're not playing around. Let me tell you, these are elements that women constantly look for, because we don't want to be left astray. We don't want to do things for you that you're not going to be doing for us, and we don't want to be played. Like, that's really and truly it. We're not trying to look like idiots at the end of the day because we were 100% in this thing and you weren't. You know what I'm saying? So that wraps up everything about all the tips that I was talking about today. That wraps up everything saying what women find attractive, the most things that women find attractive in men. If you like this video, don't forget to give me a big thumbs up. Subscribe to this channel if you are new. Also, if you need relationship advice, send it to my email. What are you going through that you would like to talk about today? I would give the best advice possible that I possibly can. It will be in an upcoming video and everybody is automatically anonymous. So thank you guys for joining me today, and I'll see you next time.